Welcome. We got a lot of rooms, so y'all can kind of come around either side if you want to move in. The seats don't cost any different over here than they do in the back. I can only begin to imagine, and Lacey, who is an incredible public speaker and, as we know, grew up just a rock's throw away from the front door of Phoebe Putney, is right here in her own neighborhood. But if we can all just kind of close our eyes for a minute and imagine 100 years ago, people rode horses. The streetcar didn't even come all the way out here to the country where Phoebe Putney was. Just an amazing place, and we are standing on the very ground, some would say hallowed ground, that has changed many people's lives over the years. It's my honor, of course, to participate in this, and I want to make sure that we recognize some of our special guests that are here today. Senator Saxby Chambliss's office, Debbie Cannon. Is Debbie here? Tony Pickle from the Congressman Bishop's office, and George Lee, who is a field representative for Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle. Wendy Martin from the Chamber of Commerce, Melissa Howard from the Chamber of Commerce, and assorted members of the Dougherty County Economic Development Commission. We also have various folks who serve on boards here at Phoebe Putney. Up here in the front row, providing extraordinary oversight and monitoring of this circumstance, is the chairman of the Hospital Authority, Ralph Rosenberg, who, by the way, historically, his father also was a member of the Hospital Authority. Dr. Chuck Lingle serves as the vice chairman. We're pleased to be here and make sure you're monitoring this event closely. We also have members of our hospital and health system board, as well as our foundation. The original and only chairperson of the Phoebe Foundation, Ms. Henrietta Singletary. We also have Dr. Charlie Holman. Good to see you, Dr. Holman. We've delivered many babies here at Phoebe Putney over the years. I see Lamar Clifton, who also served on the Hospital Authority. Lamar, good to see you also. Other members of our board, we have Miss Wilhelmina Hall and her husband Jack, and if you look in the history book and you see a picture of an array of African American nurses, you will see his mother, who was right here at the origins of Phoebe Putney. We also have John Temp Phillips, who, like his grandfather, also served here at the hospital, and his father was very actively involved in the foundation also. Good to see you, John Temp. Any other members of our boards or other associated organizations that I may have overlooked, please raise your hand. I see over here either. They'll raise your hand and let us recognize all these volunteer service. Let's give a round of applause. Any elected officials that I might have overlooked, because I sure don't want to do that. All right, well, we're going to move on to remarks from a unique and special person, our own Mayor Willie Adams, who has given 8 years of his life to serve us as mayor, and many, many more years besides that serving as a physician on the Phoebe Putney medical staff. Mayor Adams, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Wernick. This is a beautiful day in Albany, Georgia. Been full of surprises, for me at least. When I left the mayor's office this morning, I was told that to be there to read a proclamation. I said, fine, I should be able to do that. When I left the operating room a few minutes ago and came out here, I was told, you no longer read the proclamation, you're going to give remarks. Said Jeff Bodine Sr. is going to read the proclamation. So let's flip the page. I'll have to give remarks, Chuck. 1973, when I left Emory, headed south to Albany, I never shall forget, I was in the operating room with Marvin Allen, who was an oral surgeon here. He had a young lady who had been in an automobile accident, who was pregnant, and she had to have a C-section. Same time he had to fix the jaw. That's when I met Dr. Marvin Allen at Wernick. in 1973. And we started talking. He said, where are you going to go when you finish? And we were both senior residents. I said, well, I'm going to Albany. He said, oh, you're going to Albany, New York. I said, no, I'm going to Albany, Georgia. So here I came. I came to a facility that had less than 200 doctors. I came to a facility that had less than 7 operating rooms. And I came to a facility that had just a handful of nurses. My, have we not grown? We are the epicenter for health care in Southwest Georgia. No longer do we have to send patients to Atlanta and Augusta to get specialized things done. We can do them right here on the grounds. We have every specialty that you can think of at this hospital now. Healthcare in this area has grown tremendously since I arrived in 1973. We have many people to thank, many of you who are seated in this audience, as I look around this audience. Albany truly is the health center for Southwest Georgia. And I want to personally thank the leadership, especially the visionary, Mr. Joe Wernick, who had the vision. And I can tell you this because I've seen at least 4 hospital administrators since I've been here. You said you're celebrating 100 years. Well, I've been here almost 40, so I've been here half the time Phoebe's been here. So I think I've seen a few things. One of the major employers of this region, Albany, Georgia, Phoebe Putney, is an economic engine for this area. I want to congratulate everybody who was associated with Phoebe Putney for the job well done. And I know you're going to continue to do a good job. And Mr. Wernick, I can tell you, the devil is always busy. Nothing good ever comes easy. But the measure of a man is not when he gets knocked down, but the measure of a man is when he gets up after being knocked down. So, Godspeed to you.